The Last of Us has been turned into a pure LGBTQ propaganda show. The creator actually went forward and talked about this last year, saying this was entirely his intention, that this is exactly what he wanted to do. And as it premiered this week, this is exactly what they did. They pushed this like lesbian nonsense that nobody wanted, nobody asked for, and of course is just going to kill the show like it does everything else. So this is a video game adaptation trying to capitalize off of a big brand, and it's just more cringe from Hollywood. Now, it drives me crazy right now because everybody keeps telling me, woke is over, woke is dead, it's gone, and yet this stuff is still persisting in every single TV show, every single movie, every single video game, every single comic book, every single book that's out on the stands. I don't know where woke is over, but I guess it's just on X, like where they all moved off to Blue Sky, so you don't interact with them anymore. The people that say that like really make me scratch my heads because these people are known for one thing. It's always lying, right? The SJWs. It's always doubling down, and it's always projecting. And that's exactly where we're going to see them keep doing in this Donald Trump Term 3 era, where they really want to push the culture in a different direction. These are true believers, and I keep reiterating this. They're not going to just repent and suddenly realize, oh, we're going to lose money. Oh, no. No, they don't care. They don't care if they lose money in the short term because they're about manipulating the next generation in the long term so that they can push their agendas forward and then eventually just, of course, destroy this country. And that's exactly what they've been doing. That's exactly what The Last of Us is doing with another brand that's moved in this direction. So please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things in the culture, my friends. I would love for you to sign up for my newsletter. This is in the description below. You get 3 free books for doing so: a sci-fi book, a fantasy book, and a full superhero graphic novel. Amazing. It's like $50 value, absolutely free. I'm creating my own culture, which doesn't have this degeneracy in it, that's actually clean, that you're really going to enjoy. And I really want to connect with you and make sure you guys stay with me because you never know what's going to happen here. They like to shut these things down on the algorithm, and we are going to be moving forward in a lot of cool directions. I've got 9 graphic novels in development. I'm almost finished writing a new trilogy of science fiction books. Please sign up, guys. Please get over here, and thank you so much for doing so. Really appreciate you being here. All right, so The Last of Us, yes, Season 2 premiere just came out this last weekend. And they're prioritizing the LGBTQ messaging over the post-apocalyptic survival story that made the original game compelling. That was the whole point of it. So we've got Ellie and Dina now culminating in a prominently featured kiss scene of a disordered lesbian lifestyle. There's been some comments about this already and just how gross they are. And I'm like, well, I mean, maybe it is circling around to based in that, like, they're finally not presenting lesbians as attractive, right? So, but in being so woke. So this premiere episode, it's got more woke elements to it, too. It follows the lives of Joel, who's Pedro Pascal, who, gosh, can I please not see Pedro Pascal in anything ever again. And Ellie, 5 years after the events of Season 1, dedicates significant screen time to developing the lesbian relationship. And during a New Year's Eve party at a Jackson's local church, Dinah and Ellie share a dance that leads to their first kiss. Yay, which is a scene lifted from The Last of Us Part 2 video game, which, of course, the video game, of course, went woke and pissed people off during that whole situation as well, and really upset a bunch of people. It was widely criticized by gamers back when that came out. And, of course, they make this a prominent big thing in the actual TV series as well. Here's what the co-creator, Craig Mazin, says. It's clear he wants this, and he says there's one shot in particular inside the church. And notice the intention here. They do it inside a church to make it a holy sort of thing. They're this is the Satanism and the evil from Hollywood directly. They try to paint imagery of things that are evil as things that are good, and then paint things that are good as things that are evil. This is exactly what propaganda is right here, and they're going to just keep pushing as hard as they possibly can. Now, what they've been doing is they don't market it like this. They don't go out there and go, "Wow, this is diverse and inclusive," to market it anymore. And so people are getting tricked now into complacency, saying that things aren't woke anymore just because the marketing changed. But the actual contents of all this stuff is getting worse by the day, and that's exactly why we're building up alternatives. And I hope you'll actually go into the description below, grab the newsletter, go to my online bookstore, my Amazon page, grab some of the books, start reading today. Reading is a spot where we can change the future because, again, nobody reads these days. It's a big deal. So where we see Ellie from behind these beautiful lights and people dancing, it's pretty darn close to what's there in the game, except for it's extremely emphasized. Where it's in the game, it was bad enough, and it's a small portion of it at that point. This is like the highlight. This is the main plot that they're pushing through this whole deal. Now, Bella Ramsey, who has identified herself as a mentally ill person by calling herself non-binary, was also very smug about the scene. When she talked about this to Variety, she said, "There's not a lot of times in the show where there's a group of people together enjoying themselves. It felt really nice to have that many people in a room having a good time on the set of The Last of Us." That's it, a good time. You know, this is a post-apocalyptic survival show, and they're just having a good time. They're just developing lesbian relationships and identifying as how they identify. It's like, yeah, you're going to have time to do that in that kind of a situation. Sure, that's going to work. So this, of course, continues after the pattern established in season 1, which they did the same thing, and they bragged about it back then. They dedicated an entire episode to the gay relationship between Bill and Frank. A storyline that was merely hinted at in the original game was not in there, and that the episode was heavily promoted by HBO, praised by critics, despite, of course, expanding that from the video game and turning this into a complete nightmare. This is exactly what Hollywood does every single time. So more than this, they've got this whole situation where our good friend, Pedro, sits and talks to a therapist for the episode as well. So in case you weren't if this were not enough of a white woman drama that they're trying to make out of this, it got the gay relationship, it's got that pushed on, and then the main dude ends up going to a therapist. Oh yes, let's sit and talk about let's find ourselves in the middle of an apocalypse. Let's find therapy. It's really ridiculous that this is something that they're trying to push, and of course this is how it goes. So in this scene, of course, Mazin describes it as one of my favorite scenes so far among both seasons, and it's crazy. This was not in the game. It just further shifts this away from the horror element of things and makes it completely nonsensical. And this is exactly what Hollywood is. They just live in their little therapy couches after they've been abused. Usually that's where these disordered lifestyles come from. They've been abused as children. They've been abused by the people in the industry, the casting couch and the like. So they have to go to therapy to deal with it. And then it's just this big circle of just complete crazy nonsense over and over and over again. So if you're watching The Last of Us, I don't know what to do to help you, but just let people know that this is a complete woke disaster, that they are destroying yet another thing, making it even worse than the second video game was, which was pretty bad just by itself. And this is how they're going to go. This is what the culture is going to do. This is the direction they're going to keep turning if we don't put a stop to it. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Really appreciate you guys for being here. Guys, so important to sign up for my newsletter in the description below. Get your 3 free books, like I said today. Don't lose me, because I don't know what's going to happen. And of course, this doesn't always serve to the same people depending on the topic. It just really is tough with algorithms these days. So let's stay in touch. And the best way to do so is right here. Grab some books in the description below as well. We'll be back soon. Appreciate you being here.